Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys, I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho unanipimia na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love but don't fake it too. Hey, ndakumenya mawazo mako. Nani anadera shire. Oh, utani wako.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie, I'm a model and I'm Afri Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.
Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world right here at TAS TV. Join me, Lavin Nyagoa, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whatever the time that you are watching us. This is TAS TV and my name is KELVIN SYENGO. Thank you so much for choosing us as TAS TV. And before I let my guest in to introduce himself, kindly allow me to tell you where you can find us. You can find us in Instagram as TAS TV_KE or Facebook and YouTube as TAS TV. In our today's episode here in Career Talk, we are going to talk and discuss things to do with telecommunication. The purpose of this show today is to educate students and parents to know more about the career path that their kids they can take when they clear Form 4 or when they clear Class 8. And in our today's show, we are lucky and privileged to have one person who is well and intelligent in this field of telecommunication. And now, without much ado, kindly our viewers, allow me to let this gentleman to introduce himself. Hello.
Hello.
Kindly introduce yourself.
My name is Joseph Mulyungi, telecommunication engineer, I'm a telecom engineer. Yeah. And also a president of Christ Angers International, and also the founder of Jomeri City Limited. Yeah, where we basically do decoration. Yeah. And graphics and design and other things. Yeah.
Okay, Joseph, thank you so much for finding time to come and discuss with us and educate our viewers about telecommunication. Okay, so today, in today's world, we know about telecommunication or communication. So, and there is student who is in Form 1, Form 2, Form 3, and Form 4, or those who have cleared just recently, and they don't know what to do with their life or which career path they'll take. So kindly, can you elaborate for us what is telecommunication?
Telecommunication, it is a subfield of electrical and electronic engineering which deals with the designing telecommunication device for the process of telecommunication. In other words, it is we can define it as a exchanging of information over a significant distance using electronic means. Yeah.
So when I go to college or when I go to university as a student, I'm so green about this field of telecommunication. So what will be the duties of telecommunication officer, or in another words, when I clear my campus, who will I become?
We don't call them telecommunication officer, but we literally call them telecom engineers, because this is a subfield under electronic and electronic engineering. So they are referred as the telecom engineers. So after you have gone through the course and you have finished and you have graduated and you've been affirmed to be qualified, you become a telecom engineer.
So where does it come the word engineer in between? Do you deal with machines, or what do you deal with?
Yeah, their work is to design, and designing is to, it's like they are trying to create something. They are engineering something. Like now, let's say you are setting a studio.
For example, a studio.
You will require a telecom engineer so that he can give you what to put in place, and also assembling. Like you can make your own amplifier if you are a telecom engineer. You can create your own radio, you can create things like mixer, you can create your own TV using that knowledge from the course you have learned.
So the work of this telecommunication officer is to create other things.
Yeah, to create and try to solve issues in the current generation.
So the telecommunication, this personnel comes in what is the relationship between telecommunication officer and communication?
Telecommunication, as you can hear, there is communication and there is tele. Tele, it is a noun, is a Greek noun, which means distant, ama to afar off. In Latin, it is a verb, which means to share. So tele, it is distance, ama to share, and communication. So it is communicating at afar. So it is solving the distance. Kama you are talking kunaongea na mtu mwenye ako mbali, it can sort out your issue.
So that's bring us that telephone, it is under telecommunication. Computers, they are under telecommunication. And what about, we know nowadays we have Wi-Fi, we have data. Are they still under telecommunication?
They are still under communication.
So I want you to shed light to these students who wants to go, or they have been called to join university or college to do telecommunication. So their work, they will be dealing with those machines that they make phones, that communication, because there are some students who for sure they confuse between telecommunication and mass communication or journalism.
Yeah, they are literally two different things between mass communication and telecommunication. Telecommunication is the process of making what people in mass communication use.
Okay.
Yeah, they use things like camera, microphone. Is that true?
Yeah.
So those who make those things are in the field of telecommunication. Yeah. So you cannot have mass media, mass communication. Yeah, without telecom engineers, because they are the one who make and design those things they use.
Yeah. Another question from our viewers is that nowadays parents, they want their kids to go to university or college to pursue courses which are so marketable.
Yes.
Is it that telecommunication, is it a marketable career here in Kenya, even outside the country?
Yeah. It is a very, very marketable course and thing to do. Because the world is revoluting and technology is changing with the time. So you find every day telecom engineers are in the field trying to sort out and making things easier. So in each and every school, they require a telecom engineer in companies, even in the military, because in telecommunication we also deal with things like microwaves and other things, in making of cables, in making of radios, in making of even phones. So it is a very, 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 very marketable thing to pursue in life, and it is very, very selling in the market.
So can I do a self-employment job with this knowledge of telecommunication?
You can really employ yourself. Yeah.
So how will I employ myself? So will I be selling the devices, or what will I be doing?
Like now you can those people we call let me use this Kiswahili, mafundi wa kutengeneza radio. Those are they are in the field of telecommunication.
Mafundi wa radio, computers, mixers,
phones, wametoka kwa hiyo telecommunication.
So there is a relationship between electronics and telecommunication.
Yeah, because it's a subfield under electronics and electronics and electricity. Yeah, it is a subfield.
So those engineers, those who they deal with, so they have knowledge in telecommunication.
Yeah. So they repair, they also make. You can, like nowadays we have things like amplifiers zingine unazipata kwa magari. Those are unaendanga kununua ikuwa kama ka box. Most of them they are made by Juakali people, where they go buy diodes, motherboards, and they come and make for themselves. Yeah.
So, and another question is, in our today's economy, everyone is crying about the economy, that the economy is very high. Some parents, they cannot afford school fees. So is it very expensive for one to pursue this career?
It's not expensive. What is expensive for you to the other person might not be expensive. So it depends with what you want to achieve at the end of it. So if you cut that in mind, that this course is expensive, the expensive of it depends with what it brings after you have got it, what the kind of service it gives to you after you have gotten the knowledge. So according to me, it's not expensive. It is a very cheap cost, because at the end, after that you have got it, then it will reward you many times.
Yeah, from the answer, now allow me to drive this question. So how much does a telecommunication engineer earn roughly?
For a start pay, with the knowledge I have, they start from 45,000 and up to 150, and it increases with time, depending with the kind of experience you have gotten. And also it has side hustle itself. Yeah, you can be employed by a certain company and also working for your friends. Kwa nyumbani tu. Yeah.
So how long does it take for one to complete the course? Because some parents, they will be wanting to know, my son, my daughter, I'm sending him or her to the college or to the university. How long will it take?
How long will it take for a degree? It will take 5 years. Those 5 years, we have 2 semesters in each year. But you can still begin it at a college, where you begin by doing a diploma, that is 3 years. Then you join the campus and you perform a degree. Yeah.
So some of our viewers, they were asking, because we know most of the students, they don't like mathematics, and they normally perform not averagely in mathematics. So they're asking, is there mathematics in telecommunication?
Hesabu lazima. Hesabu lazima.
So lazima mwanafunzi akuwa ameiva hesabu?
Hiyo utailazima tu hesabu si, baadhi hesabu si ngumu. The problem is what we are fed. What I found my friend saying, hesabu ni ngumu. So when I approach hesabu, I approach with that mind. And whatever I know, it is whatever destroys me. So every time I enter in a class, nisikie kitu imekuwa ngumu, instead of asking, nasema hesabu ni ngumu, but hesabu si ngumu. Yeah.
And someone will just be asking, where will I use this mathematics in telecommunication?
Telecommunication, there are some measurements which take place. Like if you want to make an amplifier, it is a must you measure a diode, a capacitor, a resistor, to know to also measure the current you are going to use, and also regulating. Those measurements will require the knowledge of mathematics for you to calculate.
So it is just simple arithmetics.
Yeah,
simple mathematics.
Simple, but
tricky questions. tricky
you
mathematical figures.
You ought to got to know the formulas and know the knowledge.
So zile hesabu tulikuwa tunaambiwa tan, cos theta, sin theta,
hizo bado ziko.
So the students who wants to do this course must be ready to do those questions.
In fact chenye kiko inaanza pale high school. Hizo tan theta ziko pale high school. So zinaendelea mpaka college azishi. Yeah.
So the students who is in secondary school right now, what can you tell them?
I can tell them that telecommunication is a nice field is a nice course to do. Don't feel because it has a name by engineer you think it is a very hard thing. Change that mind, be focused and prepare yourself in mind what you want to achieve at the end of it. Because if ukiingia na hiyo mind ya kusema kitu fulani ni ngumu, then you will not achieve it. At the end of it you'll go for the cheaper thing and you'll become jobless later. It is a very nice and very interesting thing to know. Because if I am here and I know how you are made, it means I can destroy you easily. So it's the same with a telecom engineer. They know how this thing is made and it is easily to destroy and make it again. So things like a microphone we are using even here, they are in the telecommunication field. You can use them and make them easily with that knowledge. And also for students, they do not need to fear the cost. It is a very well paying thing. It exposes you to many things and also gives your mind a very quick thinking after you have gone the learning and also doing the calculations.
As they say, cheap is expensive.
Cheap is expensive. If you go for the cheap, then you'll have 10 years, 20 years looking for a job.
And here's the opportunity that you can employ yourself.
Here's the opportunity you can employ yourself after like you have finished the course, even wakati unapoendelea. Because in telecommunication unaweza pata you can still kuna kitu, it is under electro and electronics engineering. So but it is an option. So unaweza pata you can still install electricity. Because hizo first year wanaanzanga na hizo knowledge for when you enter colleges. So unaweza install hizo vitu, you can know this is what in that meaning. Most of the things they use, they are also used by those who install the electricity.
Get informed on what is happening in our political scenes and people who are making headlines in different parts of the country and the world right here at TAS TV. Join me, Lavin Nyagoa, as I bring to you weekly news highlights that are factual every Friday at 4 o'clock. See you then.
Thank you so much, our viewers, for still tuned in TAS TV. My name is KELVIN SYENGO and we are with Mr. Joseph in the studio, who is a telecommunication engineer and is trying to shed light to our students and parents about this field. Before your son or daughter joins campus to pursue this course, you should have knowledge. What is your son or daughter going to do in the campus? Now, Mr. Joseph, you have told me that telecommunication takes 3 years in the college and 5 years in the university. It is a full course. Every day you have to go to school because most of the students, as we know, they don't like going to school.
That's true. They don't like going to school. But what you love, you invest. And you spend a lot. And you spend more time with what you love. So it tells you wakati unaona mtu mwenye aendi shule, it tells you that he or she doesn't love that thing. But with our current technology, there are many ways you can access online classes. Sijui kama how the colleges and universities zimeweza kuweka hizo, but I believe with time it will be there. Having telecom engineers, they can set that thing And I believe that lazima uende shule tu so uweze kuget that knowledge. Sitakwambia ukae nyumbani, lazima uende shule, attend classes, na pia you can also Google kwa internet, but I don't advise you to do so because ukiingia pale kwa internet hautaattend hata class hata moja.
So you want to tell me that telecommunication, it is all about passion?
Yeah, it is all about passion.
For instance, you as Mr. Joseph, what inspires you to do telecommunication and not journalism or medicine or accounting or any other profession?
Number one, sitasema ilikuanga peer pressure. You see peer pressure, but ninasema nilikuwa mdogo tu. Wala zile tu kushikanisha battery pale nyumbani, you are trying to light. Then after some time nikaingia high school. Then nilikuwa high school Matongolo Boys. It is a very good school.
Matongolo
Boys, Matongolo Boys High School. For those who know it, yeah, they can tell you it's a very nice school. You also get both knowledge of the life outside and life inside at the same time. Yeah, na pale tukwanga na things like science fair.
Yeah, since concrete.
Yeah, hizo congress. So kwa pale I remember kuna books zikwanga kwa library. We used to go to unachukua unaenda unasoma. So after that zile za kitambo. Sisi tumefanya ile 844. So zile za kitambo ulikuwa unaenda unasoma.
Ati zile za kitambo.
Zile za kitambo sijui za watu wa hizo za watu wenye nilifanya ile ni nyingine. I think inafanyika saa hii. Yes,
CBC.
Hiyo. So sisi tulikuwa tunaenda tunafanya hiyo. Then kuingia katika hiyo unapata is a very good thing. You mnaenda mnakutana na other students, you share your knowledge, and also unapata by the way, I have passion in changing the world. Now, and the only way I can change the world is by changing where I am, and also me to be changed. And because I knew that one day the world will require engineers and people like me to change everything around it. Now, we are tired of every time carrying phones. Unapata every time we are walking from here to police station to go report our case. Lazima nikitaka kufanya kitu yangu lazima ni move. But through telecommunication, I can try to come up with something which can sort out the case. Yeah, hiyo distant. So unapata through that I can change the world. Even the phones are changing through that field of telecommunication. Hiyo motherboard ya simu kuitengeneza inatumia that knowledge in telecommunication. So through that unapata it is easily to change the world and change everything about the thing about. Kitambo kulikuwa na zile kadunda even size iko.
Yeah.
Unapata saa hii people are running for his smartphone.
Yeah.
That is from the knowledge of those telecom engineers. Yeah, they are the one who are doing that. Through that passion ya kutaka to change the world, nika had to pursue the course. And also ile tu unapata wakati una grow unapata wazazi wanaku encourage, you can do this thing, you can do this thing, you can do this thing. Pia pale school ya kwenda hizo congress unapata unatengeneza kitu moja wazimu. So walimu pale wanaku encourage. After that nikasema acha ni try. Let me try this thing and see when itakuwa. Yeah.
And then now the next question, Mr. Joseph, is that some parents, they want to know, when I sent my kid in the university and college and they have cleared, will they be licensed? Because in Kenya we have like MCK which license journalists, we have NCK which license nurses. Will these telecommunication officers, are they licensed? Do they have the board that license them? Yeah,
we have a board. They are telecom engineers and they lie in the engineers category. So we have a board called engineers, EBK, Engineers Board of Kenya, which licenses all the engineers. Yeah.
So these people, they are licensed under that board?
Yeah, they are under that board. Yeah.
And there's some parents, they will ask, is it very expensive for the exams that my student will do? Are they very costly?
No, they are not so costly, but you'll have to spend something.
So if the parents want their kids to get good knowledge about telecommunication, they have to spend.
They have to spend, and not only spending, but investing.
Investing.
We will not use the term spending, but once you invest, at the end of it, you're requiring something much more than what you invested.
Yeah.
So I can say, if you're doing telecommunication, it's like a business. You're investing, because after it, you're going to be paid.
So this field is so marketable. I can see you insisting that.
Yeah.
So your final words to the parents, because you have already talked with the students.
Yeah. My final words to the parents is I can tell them, do not fear. It is a nice field. It is a good thing to do. Do not fear. Try. In entrepreneur, we are told that you ought to take risk. Yeah, all entrepreneurs do take risk. So you can try to risk, and I tell you, it won't disappoint you. But before you send your child to do this, first talk with her, know the passion, because if you do not know the passion of your child, then at the end of it, you'll be disappointed. Juu atafika na atakuwa embarrass. Kwanza juu anataka nini na passion yenye ako nayo katika life. Ndo aweze kuendelea nayo. Because ukimforce kitu ambayo hataki, ataifanya but itakuwa disappointed. Na atakuwa na ile passion ya kuipursue. Yeah.
And we have one viewer of ours who asked this question. It is the question that we'll wind up with it. And he is asking, if today, Mr. Joseph, you are given this field of communication in Kenya by His Excellency, Mr. President William Ruto, what will you change in this Ministry of Communication?
A lot. And when I mean by saying a lot, number one, I would like to thank wenye anaisimamia kwanza for the kazi ambayo anafanya. I know siwezi compare na kijiji ati unakusanya mtu. Kila mtu unamguza, because everyone mwenye ako na simu ako under hii sector ya communication. So you'll have to call all the engineers on board and try to tell them to look, unaangalia zile problems ziko, and how we can solve them as the people of the country of Kenya. And through that, with the knowledge ambao wameweza kugain pale and the experience outside the school, then we can, plus that, we can solve the problem and we can make a very, very big move as a country. Yeah.
So there is a parents and students who they will want to reach you. Kindly, can you share with us your social media platforms where they can find you for advice, encouragement, or any inquiry that they have?
You can find me at Joseph Mulyungi Facebook, TikTok. I'll give you the name of the business ambayo nafanya. You can get me at Jomeri City. And also YouTube. I also have a YouTube. And also you can get me at Jomeri City YouTube. Na pia unaweza nipata through. Can I give my phone number?
Yeah, you can. If you are comfortable with it.
Okay. 07 42 86 26 43. Yeah.
Thank you so much. Our viewers, we thank you so much for staying tuned in TAS TV in our all social media platforms. Joseph is a man full of knowledge in this profession, and I guess because of time, we will still call him again to come and continue elaborating and encouraging students who want to pursue this course of telecommunication. And now, without much ado, kindly, we are going to end our show here, but don't leave your screens for more shows that they are coming up. They are very educative for you as a parents and students. Goodbye. Let's meet next week on Wednesday, the same time, the same place here in TAS TV. Goodbye.
Katika kipindi tunakuletea wasanii.
What's up my guys? I go by the name Rainams.
Eti nikipita kwa macho na nipimia, na kama sina pesa unguwezi nipimia, hapa Shenster the Poet manze.
Ngoma moto moto.
If you wanna show some love, show some love, but don't fake it too. Ida kumenya mawazo mako, nani anedera shire, utani wako.
Vichekesho mkisongaza, mahojiano moto moto, stori za wasanii pamoja na talanta za wasanii.
Fiki wa kasi gani kama wapatikani wakati wa shida.
Na pia kwenye kipindi utabambika, utajijenga, utaelimika, utakuza talanta yako.
My name is Rebecca Mutie. I'm a model and I'm African Kenya. I'm a student. Napenda kusikiza kipindi cha Bonga na Katoni kila Jumatatu kuanzia saa 9 mpaka saa 10.
Kumbuka ni kwenye Bonga na Katoni ndani ya TAS TV kuanzia saa 9 hadi saa 10 kila siku ya Jumatatu.
This is Bonga na Katoni in TAS TV. Karibuni.